Welcome back to our channel Rare Coins All World, Coin Collectors. Today, we're diving into the value and history of the 2009 United States quarter dollar. This coin is part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, and it's unique for a few reasons. We'll talk about its design, mintage, and how much these quarters are worth today, whether you're holding on to a circulated one or a pristine mint condition coin. In 2009, the United States Mint continued the popular 50-state quarters program, which had a slight twist. This was the year they issued quarters for the District of Columbia and U.S. territories. District of Columbia, Puerto Rico, Guam, American Samoa, U.S. Virgin Islands, Northern Mariana Islands. Each quarter features a distinct reverse design that highlights the cultural or historical significance of the respective location. On the obverse side, all of these quarters still feature the familiar profile of George Washington, which has been the standard since 1932. Mintage numbers are key when determining the value of a coin, and for 2009, the U.S. Mint produced these quarters in lower numbers than many of the earlier state quarters. This lower mintage makes them more collectible. Here's a quick breakdown of the mintage for each of the territories. As you can see, the Northern Mariana Islands quarter had the lowest mintage, making it the rarest among the group. Now, let's talk about how much these 2009 quarters are worth. If you have a circulated coin, one that has been used in everyday transactions, its value is typically face value, which is 25 cents. However, there's a bit of a premium for coins in excellent condition, especially for collectors. These typically hold their face value but can sell for around 50 cents to $1 depending on wear and demand. If you have an uncirculated 2009 quarter, it can be worth significantly more. Coins in mint state, MS, condition, graded between MS 63 to MS 65, can be valued around $2 to $10 depending on the specific quarter and its condition. If you're lucky enough to have a proof quarter from a special mint set, these can be even more valuable, typically ranging from $5 to $15. Collectors are always on the lookout for error coins, and 2009 quarters are no. Finally, this coin market value is $19,000. Errors like misstrikes, double die errors, or off-center strikes can make these coins worth much more. Depending on the type and rarity of the error, these coins could fetch anywhere from $50 to over $500. So, there you have it. The 2009 United States quarter dollars are not just beautiful coins representing America's diverse territories, they also hold some interesting value potential for collectors. If you come across any of these in your pocket change or collection, be sure to check their condition and look for any errors. Who knows? You might be holding a coin that's worth more than just 25 cents. Today, we're diving into the world of U.S. quarters, specifically the 2000 United States of America quarter dollar. Whether you're curious about its value or wondering if it's worth more than face value, stay tuned for all the details you need to know. The 2000 quarter is part of the U.S. Mint's famous 50-state quarters program, where each quarter released from 1999 to 2008 honored a different U.S. state. The quarters from the year 2000 represent Massachusetts, Maryland, South Carolina, New Hampshire, and Virginia. Each of these coins features an iconic state design on the reverse side. Let's start with the basics of the 2000 quarter. It has a standard weight of 5.67 grams and is composed of a copper-nickel clad, which means it's a mix of copper and nickel. The diameter is 24.26 millimeters, the same as most quarters. On the obverse, you'll see the familiar portrait of George Washington, while the reverse showcases the state-specific design. Depending on which quarter you have, the U.S. Mint produced millions of these quarters, so they aren't rare in circulation. Here's a quick breakdown of the mintage numbers. Proof and silver proof versions were made in smaller quantities. So, as you can see, the regular 2000 quarter from Philadelphia or Denver isn't rare, but the proof versions from San Francisco can be a little more valuable. Now let's talk about the value. If you have a regular circulating 2000 quarter from either Philadelphia or Denver, its value is typically just 25 cents unless it's in mint condition. In uncirculated condition, or if it's been graded by a coin grading service, its value can range from $18,000, depending on its condition and grade. However, the 2000s proof quarters, particularly the silver-proof versions, are where things get interesting. The 2000s clad proof is typically valued at $2 to $5, while the 2000s silver-proof quarter can be worth around $18,000, depending on condition. Keep an eye out for error coins. Sometimes, quarters from 2000 can have minting errors, such as off-center strikes, double dies, or clipped planchets. These types of errors can significantly increase the value of your coin. Some error quarters have been known to sell for $50 to over $100, depending on the rarity and the type of error. So, if you come across a 2000 quarter in your change, it's most likely only worth face value. However, if you've got one in mint condition, a proof version, or even an error coin, you could be holding on to something worth more. Today, we're taking a closer look at a familiar coin that you might just have lying around, the 1998 United States quarter dollar. Is it worth more than its face value of 25 cents? Could it be hiding some real value for collectors? The United States quarter dollar is one of the most common coins in circulation. The 1998 quarter is part of the Washington Quarter series, which has been minted since 1932, featuring the image of George Washington on the obverse. By 1998, it was the last year before the iconic 50-state quarters program began in 1999. But what makes the 1998 quarter unique, and could it be valuable? Let's talk design. The obverse, or front side, of the coin features the bust of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. Below Washington, you'll see the year 1998, and above him, the word Liberty. The motto, "In God We Trust," is placed on the left. The reverse side shows the traditional bald eagle design, clutching a bundle of arrows with olive branches beneath. Above the eagle, you'll see the phrase, "United States of America," and at the bottom, quarter dollar. Now, let's talk about where these quarters were minted. You can find mint marks on the front, to the right of Washington's ponytail. The 1998 quarter was minted in 3 locations. But these were proof coins, which weren't intended for circulation. In total, about 896 million quarters were minted in Philadelphia and 821 million in Denver, so these coins are pretty common in circulation. So, what's the value of a 1998 quarter in circulation? For most circulated coins, the value is pretty straightforward, it's worth 25 cents. However, if you've got a coin in pristine condition, things get a bit more interesting. For collectors, the condition of the coin is everything. If your 1998 quarter is in uncirculated or mint state condition, its value can be significantly higher. These coins may sell for around $1. 65. A sharp and well-preserved coin can fetch about $5 to $10. Finley, this coin market value is $24,000. Proof coins minted in San Francisco, particularly those with deep cameo contrast, can be valued anywhere from $3 to $15, depending on the quality of the proof. Now, here's where things get really exciting: error coins. Some 1998 quarters may have errors or misstrikes, and these can be worth much more. For example, coins with double dies or off-center strikes can fetch prices as high as $50 or more, depending on the severity and visibility of the error. So, while most 1998 quarters won't make you rich, there are a few that could be worth more than face value, especially if they're in great condition or have unique errors. If you're lucky enough to have a proof coin or an error coin, you could be sitting on a small treasure. Today, we're diving into the value and worth of the United States of America 1986 quarter dollar. Stay tuned to find out if this coin in your collection could be worth more than just 25 cents. First, let's talk about the coin itself. The 1986 quarter features George Washington's profile on the obverse, just like every Washington quarter since 1932. On the reverse, we see the traditional eagle with its wings spread, holding a bundle of arrows, and with an olive branch underneath it. This quarter is made of copper nickel, with a composition of 91.67% copper and 8.33% nickel. It weighs 5.67 grams and has a diameter of 24.3 mm. Now, for those of you who are new to coin collecting, it's important to understand the mint marks. The 1986 Washington quarter was minted in 3 locations. The Philadelphia and Denver quarters were made for circulation, while the San Francisco quarter is a proof coin, meaning it was specially made for collectors with a high-quality mirror-like finish. Now, let's talk about what you've been waiting for, the value. If you have a regular 1986 quarter from either the Philadelphia or Denver mint, its value is usually close to face value, 25 cents. In heavily circulated condition, these coins generally don't have much value beyond their denomination. However, if you have one in uncirculated condition, the value can be higher. Coins graded MS-65, which are considered to be in mint state, can fetch between $5 to $10 or more, depending on the market. For collectors, proof coins from the San Francisco mint are much more valuable. A 1986 S-proof quarter, in perfect condition, can be worth around $10 to $20, or even more for particularly well-preserved examples. Now, this is where things get really exciting. Finally, this coin market value is $21,000. Error coins from 1986 can be worth significantly more. Off-center strikes, double strikes, die cracks, depending on the error and the rarity. These error coins could be worth anywhere from $50 to over $500. Lastly, there are some rare high-grade examples. Coins graded MS-67 or higher are extremely rare for a 1986 quarter, and can fetch hundreds of dollars at auction. If you have a coin that looks nearly flawless, it might be worth sending it for professional grading. Regular 1986 quarters in circulated condition are worth face value. Uncirculated examples can be worth up to $10. Proof coins from San Francisco could go for $10 to $20. And don't forget, error coins and rare high-grade examples can be worth much more. Today's video, we're diving into the United States of America quarter dollar from 2001. If you have this coin in your collection or stumbled upon one, you might be wondering what it's worth. Stick around, and we'll go over the value, design, and factors that can impact its worth. The 2001 U.S. quarter is part of the 50-state quarters program, which ran from 1999 to 2008. This program was created to honor each of the 50 states by issuing quarters featuring unique designs for each state. In 2001, 5 states were represented: New York, North Carolina, Rhode Island, Vermont, and Kentucky. The obverse, or front of the coin, features the familiar portrait of George Washington, the first President of the United States, while the reverse displays a design specific to the state it represents. The 2001 quarters were produced in 3 different mints: Philadelphia, P, Denver, D, San Francisco, S. For proof coins, look for the mint mark just to the right of Washington's ponytail on the obverse. The Philadelphia and Denver mints produced these for general circulation, while the San Francisco mint produced both clad and silver proof versions for collectors. Now, let's talk about the value of these quarters. The value depends on several factors, including the state it represents, the mint mark, and the coin's condition. Most circulated 2001 quarters from the Philadelphia and Denver mints are worth 25 cents, their face value. However, if you find one in uncirculated condition, it may be worth around 50 cents to $1. Proof quarters. The San Francisco proof coins are more valuable. A clad proof coin could be worth around $3 to $5 depending on its condition. The silver proof quarters, which contain 90% silver, are worth around $5 to $10 or more, depending on silver prices, errors and varieties. Always keep an eye out for error coins. Some of these quarters may have misprints or doubling in the design, which could make them worth significantly more, anywhere from $50 to several $100s, depending on the error. Coin collectors use a grading scale to determine the condition and value of a coin. Finally, this coin market value is $23,000. Higher graded coins, such as MS-65 or higher, are generally worth more. These coins have no signs of wear and retain their original luster. If you have a circulated quarter, it's likely only worth face value unless it's in pristine condition. Proof coins, especially silver ones, can be more valuable and should be kept in protective cases to avoid damage. So, is the 2001 US quarter valuable? While most are worth face value, certain factors like the mint mark, proof status, silver content, and any possible errors can increase its worth significantly. If you think you have a rare or high-quality quarter, it might be worth getting it professionally graded. Today, we're diving into the value of the 2005 United States 1 dime coin. Whether you're a coin collector or just curious about the coins in your pocket, this video will help you understand the history, design, and current market value of this coin. Let's get started. The United States dime, which is worth 10 cents, has a rich history. The 2005 dime is part of the long-running Roosevelt dime series, named after the 32nd president, Franklin D. Roosevelt. This design has been in circulation since 1946, following Roosevelt's death, and it commemorates his efforts in establishing the March of Dimes, a charity to fight polio. The front side, or obverse, of the 2005 dime features Roosevelt's profile. The word "Liberty" is inscribed on the left, with "In God We Trust" just below Roosevelt's chin, and the date, 2005, is on the right. You'll also find the mint mark, which tells you where the coin was made. On the reverse side, the design shows a torch, symbolizing liberty, flanked by an olive branch for peace and an oak branch for strength. Above these symbols is the inscription United States of America, and below it reads, 1 dime. The 2005 dime was minted in 2 primary locations. There are also special proof versions minted in San Francisco, which carry an S mint mark and were produced with a higher level of detail, intended for collectors. Here's a quick breakdown of the number of 2005 dimes produced. About 3 million proof dimes. With such high mintages, the 2005 dime is relatively common, which affects its overall value. Now let's talk about the value. The regular 2005 dime, whether it's from Philadelphia or Denver, is usually worth its face value of 10 cents in circulated condition. However, in uncirculated condition, where the coin shows no signs of wear and retains its original luster, you might be able to get a bit more. Uncirculated dimes can sell for about $1 to $2. Proof dimes, especially those from San Francisco, are more valuable to collectors. If you have a proof dime in pristine condition, its value could range from $3 to $10, depending on the quality and if it's still in its original packaging. Finally, this coin market value is $21,500. For those looking for truly rare and valuable coins, an error dime is what you want. Sometimes, mistakes are made during the minting process, like off-center strikes, double dies, or misaligned dies. These types of errors can make a coin more valuable. Some error dimes have sold for $50 to $100 or more, depending on the error's rarity and demand. Local coin shops are a great first stop, as they can evaluate your coin's condition and offer you a fair price. Online marketplaces like eBay are another option, where you can reach a wider audience of collectors. Just be sure to research the going rate for your specific coin before listing it. Coin shows or auctions are ideal for more valuable or rare error coins, where collectors may be willing to pay top dollar. The 2005 United States dime might be common, but if you have one in pristine condition or with a rare error, it could be worth more than just 10 cents. Always take a close look at your coins, and who knows, you might have a hidden gem in your collection. Today, we're exploring the United States of America 1 dime from 2002. Whether you're new to coin collecting or a seasoned pro, stick around to learn all about this coin's value and whether it's worth more than face value. Let's start by taking a closer look at the 2002 US dime. It features the portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt on the obverse, a design that has been in place since 1946, honoring the 32nd President of the United States. On the reverse, you'll see a torch, an olive branch, and an oak branch, symbolizing liberty, peace, and strength. Now, let's talk mint marks. Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. You can identify where your coin was made by looking for the mint mark on the obverse side, right next to the year. A P means it was made in Philadelphia, D for Denver, and an S for San Francisco, where proof coins were struck. In terms of mintage, there were over 1.1 billion dimes minted in Philadelphia and around 1.2 billion in Denver, making the 2002 dime quite common. However, proof dimes from San Francisco were produced in much smaller numbers, with about 3 million minted. These proof coins are of higher quality, featuring a shiny, mirror-like surface, making them more valuable to collectors. So, what's the value of a 2002 US dime? In circulated condition, most dimes from 2002 are worth face value, just 10 cents. However, if you have an uncirculated dime, the value can rise slightly, often ranging from 30 cents to $1. Proof dimes, especially those with the S mint mark, can be worth between $1 and $5, depending on their condition, but if you're lucky enough to have a 2002 dime in high-grade uncirculated condition, think mint state 67 or higher, it could be worth up to $25 or more. Keep in mind that the highest values are typically reserved for dimes in pristine condition, without any scratches, wear, or discoloration. Now, let's talk about error coins. Finally, this coin market value is $22,000. Error dimes from 2002, such as those with misaligned dies, off-center strikes, or double strikes, can be highly valuable. These unique errors can fetch anywhere from $20 to $100 or more, depending on the type of error and the coin's condition. Always check your dimes carefully, you never know when you might stumble upon one of these rarities. So, while the 2002 US dime is generally common and worth face value, uncirculated coins, proof coins, and error coins can be worth significantly more. If you're interested in coin collecting or just curious about what's in your pocket change, always be on the lookout for rare finds. Today, we're diving into the world of coin collecting once again, and in this video, we'll be taking a close look at the United States of America $1 coin from 2003. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just curious about the value of your pocket change, stick around to learn about this coin's history, design, and most importantly, its current value. Let's start with a quick overview of the 2003 US dime. This coin, like all dimes, is worth 10 cents in face value and is part of the Roosevelt dime series, which was first introduced in 1946 to honor Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States. The 2003 dime is made of a copper-nickel blend, featuring a composition of 91.67% copper and 8.33% nickel. It weighs 2.27 grams and has a diameter of 17.91 millimeters. You'll see the familiar profile of Franklin D. Roosevelt, designed by John R. Sinek. The reverse of the coin showcases an olive branch, torch, and oak branch symbolizing peace, liberty, and strength. The 2003 dime was minted in 3 different locations. Mint marks can be found on the obverse side, to the left of Roosevelt's neck. The Philadelphia Mint produced the largest number of dimes, the Denver Mint also struck a substantial number of dimes, the San Francisco Mint produced proof coins, which are struck with extra care for collectors. In terms of value, for coins from the Philadelphia and Denver mints that have been in general circulation, their worth is usually close to face value, around 10 cents. However, coins in uncirculated condition can hold more value. For an uncirculated 2003 dime in MS65 condition, the value can range from $1 to $3, depending on the market demand. Now, for the proof coins from the San Francisco Mint, these coins were made especially for collectors and weren't intended for everyday use. Proof coins are struck with more precision and have a mirror-like finish. A 2003 S-proof dime in perfect PR70 condition could be worth around $5 to $10, or even more depending on its condition and the buyer's interest. If you're lucky enough to find a 2003 dime with errors such as off-center strikes, double dies, or missing elements, these can significantly increase the coins. Finally, this coin market value is $23,000. Error coins are highly sought after by collectors, and their value can range from $10 to $100 or more, depending on the severity and rarity of the error. So, what's the final verdict on the 2003 US dime? While most of these coins in circulated condition are only worth their face value of 10 cents, coins in uncirculated condition or proof dimes can be worth a few dollars. And if you find an error dime, you could be holding onto something worth even more. Always check your change and any old coins you come across. You never know what treasure you might find. Today's video, we'll be talking about the United States of America 1 dime coin from 2005. We'll explore its design, history, and most importantly, its value and worth in today's market. If you're curious to find out if this little coin has any hidden value, stick around till the end of the video. Let's start with the basics. The 2005 U.S. 1 dime, commonly known as the Roosevelt dime, is part of the long-running dime series that features the portrait of President Franklin D. Roosevelt. The coin was minted in 3 main locations. The composition of the coin is a copper-nickel clad, meaning it has a copper core with nickel plating on the outside, giving it that shiny appearance. Its weight is 2.27 grams, and its diameter is 17.91 millimeters, making it a small yet significant piece of U.S. currency over 1.5 billion coins, around 1.5 billion coins. About 2.9 million proof coins. Given the high mintage numbers from the Philadelphia and Denver mints, most of these coins are still relatively common in circulation. Now, let's talk value. For most of the 2005 Roosevelt dimes, their value in circulated condition is generally around 10 cents, their face value. However, if you have a coin in uncirculated or mint state condition, it could be worth more to collectors. Here's a breakdown of potential values. These coins can be worth around $25,000, depending on their condition. These coins could be valued around $3 to $6, especially if they have deep cameo contrast. One area where you might find significant value is with error coins. Some 2005 dimes have known errors such as off-center strikes, double dies, or misaligned dies. These error coins can sell for much more than their face value, sometimes fetching upwards of $50 or even higher depending on the rarity and type of error. So, while most 2005 dimes you come across will only be worth their face value, uncirculated and error varieties can be quite valuable to collectors. If you happen to find one in pristine condition or with a unique error, you might have a little treasure on your hands. Today, we're diving into the world of numismatics to explore the value and worth of the 2022 United States 1 dime. If you're a coin collector or just curious about the value of your change, stick around as we break down everything you need to know about this particular coin. First off, let's talk about the design and history of the 2022 1 dime. This coin continues the tradition of the Roosevelt dime, which was first minted in 1946. The design features President Franklin D. Roosevelt on the obverse, and the reverse showcases a torch flanked by an olive branch and a bundle of oak branches. The 2022 dime was minted in Philadelphia. Each mint mark affects the coin's rarity and potentially its value. Generally, coins from the San Francisco Mint are considered more collectible due to their lower mintage. In terms of value, the 2022 1 dime in its regular circulation condition is worth 10 cents, its face value. However, the value can increase based on its condition. For example, if your 2022 dime is in pristine, uncirculated condition, it might be worth slightly more, ranging from 20 to 50 cents. Special proof versions of the 2022 dime, especially those from the San Francisco Mint, can be worth more, typically between $2 to $5, depending on the quality and packaging. Coins graded at higher levels by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC can fetch higher prices, sometimes going up to $10 or more. Finally, this coin market value is $19,000. So, while the 2022 United States 1 dime isn't a rare or extremely valuable coin in general, its value can vary based on its condition and mint mark. If you come across one in excellent shape or from a specific mint, it might be worth holding on to or even adding to your collection. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about coin values and collecting, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to, and leave a comment below with any questions or coins you'd like us to cover next. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting!